Be honest with you, this is only the second time I've ever spoken in public, so apologize if I appear to be a little nervous today. The last time I spoke on June the 5th, I mentioned that I volunteer both at the shelter and also at the League for Animal Welfare on Taylor Road. The reason why I mentioned the League for Animal Welfare is that they are a local nonprofit shelter right here in Batavia. I would challenge each of the three commissioners and Angie, plus the new hire, whenever that person comes on board. Go visit the league, tour the premises, talk to the managers, talk to the staff, get an understanding how the shelter operates and what they do. The other reason why I mentioned the league is that they're open 34 hours a week compared to the county shelter that's only open 20 hours a week. The league is open Monday till 7, Wednesday till 7, 6 hours on Saturday, 5 hours on Sunday. We are only open Tuesday through Friday, 4 hours a day, 12 to 4. We are open 4.5 hours on Saturday. The fact that we're only open those hours means that we are open less time to the public, less opportunities for people to come in to foster dogs, look at the dogs, or adopt the dogs. Second thing I would like to talk about is a group of ladies who handle the foster and adoptions. There are 9 individuals. I'd like to mention their names. They are Jennifer Jacobson, Tracy Samuel, Megan Dashley, Joy Parker, Aaron Smith, Carrie Keller, Kelly Jacuzit, Megan Baldane, who spoke earlier, Chelsea Timome. These ladies, majority of whom work full-time, they spend personal time of their own, evenings and weekends. They contact prospective fosters and prospective adoptions. They have formulated on their own both processes and procedures, guidelines, questionnaires of how to manage the fostering and adoption activities. If you will note on the second page here, Cincinnati Care has a volunteer coordinator and a foster coordinator. I would strongly recommend that the county hire a full-time staff person to work with these 9 ladies to handle foster and adoptions. Because if you think about it, the only way that the dogs leave the shelter is either they get fostered, which means they go into a homes, which gets them the heck out of the shelter, or they get adopted. The third thing that can happen, that Tracy Samuel, who is our rescue coordinator, she handles taking the dogs out of the shelter and getting them into other facilities. Just in the last 2 days, she has facilitated transferring 6 dogs out of the shelter over to the League for Animal Welfare. That frees up shelter space. That frees up dogs getting out of pop-up crates into a larger kennel. Next thing I'd like to talk about are 2 nonprofit organizations. The first of which is Kim's organization, Rescue Me Animal Advocacy. That is a nonprofit organization that relies on donations. Kim's organization pays thousands and thousands of dollars for medical and veterinary care for the dogs in the shelter. She also facilitates other organizations and other sheltering options to get the most needy dogs out of the shelter. I would strongly recommend that the commissioners provide some funding to her organization. Second organization, Second Chance Dog Ranch. Second Chance Dog Ranch is run by a lady by the name of Alicia Noschang. Every week, she comes to the shelter and works with 2 volunteers, Chastity Pullen and Megan Dashley. She runs what's called a play group. She gets the dogs out of the shelter into the play group, which is on the back end of the shelter. The three ladies, they run behavioral assessments of the dogs, what the dog's needs are, and gives both the adoption and foster coordinators a better idea of what the dog's behavior is, what the dog's mentality is, and therefore can better match a dog into either a foster home or into an adoption home. Part of the shelter. I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back or any other volunteer on the back, but I truly believe that the shelter would not exist going forward without the time and the dedication of the volunteers. I appreciate your time today. Thank you.